Ripa was not having it during the Thursday, December 11th, episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, especially when the conversation turned to what goes down in short-term rentals. The blonde beauty's husband and co-host, Mark Consuelos, kicked things off with a baffling headline that immediately had Ripa cringing in her chair. Airbnb guest gets shocked by a note on the bed that demands it's for sleeping only. No other activities, the Riverdale actor read off of a sheet of paper as Ripa's face grew heavy with disgust. Without missing a beat, the hope and faith actress declared, "Yeah, no problem." Consuelos burst out laughing while trying to give into the story. "You know when you walk into an Airbnb," he continued, though Ripa interrupted by sarcastically stating, "Oh, the first thing I think is, oh, let's get it on in this total stranger's bed." Consuelos was sure the story was satire, as he added, "It was a joke, I'm sure, right?" Though he quickly realized it wasn't, exclaiming, "No." They confirmed to a news outlet that they'd be respecting the request. Ripa blinked in confusion, while her husband went on, "There's another note explaining that the neighbors are very sensitive to noise." Fully in disbelief, Ripa asked, "Are people getting wild at Airbnbs?" "Yes," Consuelos insisted, seeming like his wife's question about vacation bedroom behavior was a no-brainer. Lev's executive producer Michael Gelman chimed in without hesitation, "Of course." A stunned Ripa looked around the studio, still not convinced. "Really?" she asked, genuinely baffled as Consuelos finally moved on to the next talking point. This isn't the first time Ripa and Consuelos discussed the topic of intimacy on their award-winning talk show. Back in September, the married co-hosts made headlines during a discussion about the shockingly low average rate of how often adults are getting intimate in the bedroom. Consuelo stunned his wife by suggesting he and Ripa spend the weekend making love after his wife brought up a talking point about how Americans are having less sex than ever. "Well, we're gonna break that average this weekend. Me and you, kiddo," he quipped, causing Ripa to become flushed with embarrassment. "Who is this we speak of?" Ripa teased. The husband and wife of nearly 30 years both giggled uncontrollably as Consuelos comedically asked, "You got a mouse in your pocket?" Read more at OK. Get OK's biggest scoops and scandals delivered right to your inbox. Sign up now. The Thursday morning energy in New York City thrummed the way only a December morning could. Half holiday cheer, half frigid misery, and entirely too many honking taxi horns. Above Lincoln Square, a wind gust blasted down the avenue, sending scarves fluttering and reminding everyone that winter intended to take this particular Thursday very seriously. Inside the Live with Kelly and Mark studio, however, the air was warm, caffeinated, and buzzing with the final shuffle of pre-show prep. Stagehands zipped by with last-minute props, lighting technicians adjusted rigs, and Michael Gelman paced with the practiced anxiety of a man whose entire career depended on keeping a live show standing upright. Ripa sat in her chair, legs crossed, flipping through the morning briefing cards with an expression that could best be described as "I have already had enough today." Mark Consuelos, meanwhile, leaned back in his chair, radiating the cheerful chaos of someone who had slept well, done his morning push-ups, and was now ready to unleash unfiltered Markisms on live television. "Okay," Mark said, sifting through his own cards. "This one's wild." Kelly did not look up. "Mark, all your stories are wild. You gravitate toward chaos the way our dogs gravitate toward people who don't want dog hair on them." "No, but this one's good," he insisted, tapping the card like it was a classified document. "It's about an Airbnb." Kelly slowly lifted her gaze and narrowed her eyes. "Already I'm out. You haven't heard it yet. I don't need to. Nothing wholesome has ever happened in an Airbnb. It's either a horror movie or a someone stole my shampoo situation. Gelman, passing by, snorted without looking up from his clipboard. She's not wrong. But Mark pushed on, adjusting the reading glasses he used more for effect than necessity. Airbnb guest gets shocked by a note on the bed that demands it's for sleeping only. No other activities. Kelly blinked once.
Twice.
Then leaned back with a deeply theatrical sigh. Oh, delightful. Mark laughed, nearly dropping the card. You didn't even try to hide the disgust. Mark, Kelly said, crossing her arms. Who looks at a stranger's bed in a vacation rental and thinks, time to get romantic? Gelman paused mid-stride. People do it all the time.
Kelly pointed at him.
Absolutely not. Everyone here is unwell. But the audience was already laughing, and Mark was warming into his storytelling groove. Apparently, the host left notes everywhere. One on the pillow, one on the nightstand, one taped to the lamp. I mean, they were serious about the whole don't do anything except sleep thing. There was one taped to the lamp? Kelly repeated, mouth falling open. What kind of activity do they think people are doing? Acrobatics? Lamp-based calisthenics. Mark scanned the rest of the story and suddenly stopped, eyebrows shooting up. Oh, wait. There's more. The neighbors are sensitive to noise. Kelly stared at him. Have these neighbors met people? Humans make noise. You breathe loudly in your sleep. That is not true, Mark countered, offended. It's extremely true, she said. You sound like a baby dragon learning how to roar. It's adorable, but also extremely noticeable. Gelman chimed in again, because Gelman never resisted an opening. People get wild at Airbnbs. It's like part of the culture. The culture.
Kelly exclaimed.
Mark put up a gentle hand. Babe, Gelman's lived through many eras. He's seen things. Kelly rolled her eyes so dramatically that even the camera operators chuckled. The segment moved on, but Kelly's disbelief didn't. Something about the idea, Airbnbs having secret lives, secret rules, secret stories, embedded itself in her mind. She couldn't shake it, and she had no idea that by the end of the day, she, Mark, and half the show's staff would be tangled in an Airbnb mystery of their own. After the taping, the show buzz slowly evaporated. Crew members packed up equipment. The last of the audience filtered out, and Kelly and Mark were finally free to climb the stairs to their dressing rooms. Except halfway there, Gelman intercepted them. Hey, quick thing, he said. Kelly groaned. Whenever you say quick thing, it's never quick. And never a thing, Mark added. It's always like a 6-hour commitment. Gelman ignored both of them. We've been invited to do a holiday weekend broadcast from a unique location. That could mean anything, Kelly said cautiously. On this show, it could be a barn. Or a ship, Mark said. Or a ship inside a barn, Kelly added. Mark snapped. We've done weirder. Look, this one's easy, Gelman said. It's a gorgeous Airbnb upstate. Big place. Perfect for a cozy holiday vibe. They want us to do a little goodwill promotional bit about holiday travel. Kelly froze. Mark laughed. Oh no. Kelly slowly set her bag down. You want us to go to an Airbnb? Yes, Gelman said. After today's segment about the bedroom notes. Yes. Kelly stared at him. Do you hate me? It's great marketing. Do you hate America? Gelman sighed dramatically. It's fine. The place has no weird policies. No notes. No activity restrictions. I already checked. Mark nodded. Well, I'm in. Sounds fun. Mark, Kelly said, gripping his arm. Have you not been listening? Airbnbs are mysterious vortexes of stranger energy. That's the charm. But Kelly could already tell she was losing the battle. And she also knew that deep down, a part of her was curious. Maybe dangerously curious.
Fine, she said at last.
But if there is a single note telling me how to breathe, I will personally set the place on fire. Noted, Gelman said blandly. 2 days later, Kelly and Mark were in the back seat of a black SUV heading north on the Taconic State Parkway. Frost dusted the pine trees, and sunlight flickered between the branches like a strobe light. Mark tapped his fingers on his knee. We should make this an adventure. This is an adventure, Kelly said. A terrifying one. The kind where the characters investigate a questionable cabin and die in the first 15 minutes. It's not a cabin, Mark said. It's a luxury home. All cabins think they're luxury homes before the ghosts show up. It's called denial. He laughed. You're doing this bit again? It's not a bit, Kelly said. I once stayed in a rental that had a single fork. One fork. That's psychopath behavior. You survived, he said. Barely. I'm still recovering emotionally.